Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that breathtaking rally yesterday. Today, the markets are struggling to hang on to gains from this morning. It will probably be an interesting session, to say the least. Today, we wanted to look at a theme, and that theme is wood, and its derivative, paper. You'll notice one of today's names, Lumber Liquidators, is an old favorite here at MO Financial. We watched the stock rise from $10 to $30, and now that double L, that's the ticker symbol for Lumber Liquidators, LL, is back to $22. We think it's time to take a second look. All housing-related names have been decimated since the tax credit ended. Even though everyone knew that there would be a fall-off, it was a steep one to be sure, and everyone acted surprised and stocks were repriced within a week or two of the numbers coming out. Take a look at the XHB, down from $20 to $14 and change. That's another ETF that we like, but we're talking wood today. The price of lumber has come down from the peak and taken all the related names with it. The catch, though, is that you're beginning to hear about the mountain pine beetle in Canada. If you Google the mountain pine beetle, that's MPB for you forest types, you'll find a nice article from the Colorado State University that tells us mountain pine beetle, MPB, Dendroctonus ponderosi, is native to the forests of western North America. Periodic outbreaks of the insect, previously called the Black Hills beetle or Rocky Mountain pine beetle, can result in losses of millions of trees. Outbreaks develop irrespective of property lines, being equally evident in wilderness areas, mountain subdivisions, and backyards. Even windbreaks or landscape pines many miles from mountains can succumb to beetles imported by infested firewood. So what does this tree-hugging talk mean for your portfolio? The rumors are true, and there are pine beetles in Canada, where a tremendous amount of the world's lumber comes from. Then lumber prices will be going up, just in time for the U.S. to start building houses again. Right now, it's not that big a deal that supply is being destroyed by bugs because housing starts have been slashed to unsustainable levels. But household formation, where people get married and have kids, is still happening in the U.S. In fact, I have friends who have been to 4 and 5 weddings of their friends this year alone. Imagine if you go to 5 weddings this year, and those who graduate high school this year go to 10 weddings in 5 years. That's a huge increase in household formation. We're going to need lumber to build all those homes when they finally decide that they can't live with mom and dad anymore. So how do you play it? You can start with double L, Lumber Liquidators, which is a little expensive with a forward P of 15. The peg is less than 1, and they have $56 million in cash and no debt, so they have nearly $2 a share in cash. Back that out, and the PE is better. Then there's Weyerhaeuser, which is one of the largest landowners in the U.S. They have over $2 billion or $10 a share in cash. It's going to convert to a REIT with a much bigger yield around the end of this year. WY is $8 away from its 52-week low and $18 its 52-week high, so the risk-reward here favors being long. Speaking of large landowners with big dividends, Plum Creek Timber, PCL, pays a 5% dividend and is already a REIT. Finally, you have International Paper, IP, and Louisiana-Pacific Corporation, LPX. LPX makes building products like oriented strand board, Steve Grasso's favorite, and engineered lumber. That's our favorite. Engineered lumber is used when you tear down a wall in your home and replace it with something like an LVL, which is a piece of engineered lumber that is multiple times stronger than regular wood and can do all the supporting of an entire wall. We use engineered lumber in both our home and the office here at MO Financial. It's great stuff. LPX is a housing play to be sure, but we'd rather buy a housing stock when it looks like housing is dead than when it's roaring, since we'll be selling there. Now, International Paper is a play on the entire world economy. Paper products are used everywhere. Cereal boxes, newspapers, printer paper, shipping containers, on and on and on. Everything from Crayola coloring books for your kids to the UPS/USPS box you just shipped your knitted sweater in uses paper. The fact that IP is able to push through price increases means that demand is stronger than anyone is willing to let on. Now, IP is right up our alley. It trades with a forward P of 9.49, a PEG of 0.56, and they have $4 a share in cash, and they have free cash flow of nearly $2 billion, and pay a 2% dividend. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Check out our list of lumber stocks: LL, WY, PCL, LPX, and IP. You can build yourself a nice little ETF. Get some or all of them, not a bad yield for a group as a whole, and it's a good way to play the rise in timber prices, housing, and the economy itself. Thanks for tuning in to Lunch of the Market. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.